I came across a book that says if you want to change the world, start by making your bed. And that always makes me chuckle, particularly those moments when I get out of bed and I don't make it. But it also got me thinking about intention. And I just want to ask you that when it is that you start your day, do you set your intention for the day before it is that you go headlong into it? Or do you just kind of get up and get on with it? There are obviously lots of practices, like people pray, they read the Bible, they meditate, they do yoga, all of those things, which is really about, stilling the mind, clearing the mind and getting the mind on track. But do you actively and consciously set your intention for the day? It's a little bit more than setting the goal for the day, but that whole thing about just setting your intention about how it is that you show up or the achievements that you're pushing through today. Do you do that? I had a really powerful example of when you set your intention, how things move for you. In I remember, hold on, in December of last year, yes, I took myself on a retreat, and it was in a place near Hastings. And I had decided that what I was going to do, this was my intention. My intention was the first day I was going to spend by myself, alone with God, and I was listening and waiting to hear from him. And then the rest of the days I was going to write stuff, I was going to think about the year ahead, I was going to do all of those things. Okay. The first day I arrived, there were lots of people that were there at the time. And I walked through reception and I walked through places, and actually nobody spoke to me. People looked in my direction, but nobody said anything. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, what have I done? Have I lost my my friendly vibe? Because I was looking in their direction with a view to having a conversation, and nothing. And I was there. It was mid-afternoon through to the evening, and nobody actually spoke to me. Okay. And then day 2, I woke up and I went to breakfast, and the same people that I'd seen the day before said good morning, and they said hello, and then a conversation ensued. And one of the women actually said to me that she saw me and she wanted to say hello, but something told her not to. And I thought, oh my gosh, when you set your intention, the things that are going to distract you from being able to fulfill that move out of the way. Let me say that again. When you set your intention and you are clear, so you set it and you are firm, standing firmly in that. When you set that intention, the things that are going to distract you, that are going to remove your focus, that are going to prevent you from pushing through on that, will move out of the way. And it's not that there won't be challenges and there won't be obstacles or any of those things. Because remember, obstacles are along the way. There will still be those things. But there is something that happens on the inside of you that actually says, okay, this is my focus. This is my intention. So therefore, I'm going to go in that direction. And I think that that's a really powerful thing. And the whole concept of making your bed, if you want to change the world, is from that place where when you get up in the morning, in addition to your routine and your spiritual, physical, emotional practices, that actually if you make your bed, you are already achieved something before you step into the rest of your day. And it's that whole thing of just kind of allowing your subconscious and your conscious mind to work together in the same direction. Because if you've already achieved something, you're good to go now. You're on that roll that's actually saying, okay, right, I'm ready to move towards the next thing. And it brings your whole level of gratitude to a higher level, and also your attitude is all about now, how can I be successful in relation to this? How am I moving forward to this? How can I serve people so that I show up as the best version of myself, so that I can be more effective in what it is I'm here to do. But it all begins with that intention. My mother used to say that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And it always made me chuckle. So you think, okay, you need to pick up those paving stones because you're going in the wrong direction. And so yes, there are lots of good intentions, that we intend to eat better. I intend to have a healthy day today, but somebody brings chocolate or donuts or something, and you find yourself going along that path. And I would say that actually that intention wasn't strong enough for you. Because if it was strong enough, then you would, I'm not saying that you wouldn't feel tempted or you wouldn't feel the pull for the chocolate or the donuts, but actually my intention is to go over there and those things are over there, and so it's going in the wrong way. And of course, it's about identifying things for yourself that can help you to keep on track with that. So whether or not you need to write it down, put a reminder in your phone, put post-it notes, create a pictorial image, have some music that's associated with it, have a quote, a scripture, something to remind you of it, but actually every day to purposefully set your intention for the day so that you could walk in the direction of the outcome. And like I said, it's not going to stop challenges and things from appearing, but it will help you. It's a bit like helping to put fuel in the engine to keep you moving through the things that come up. And so when it is that those thoughts come in your head, that rather than sabotage you, that you now acknowledge those thoughts, but actually my intention for the day is the X. And that whole thing would also, that whole feeling of feeling good about yourself and what you're doing, feeling good about overcoming that obstacle or tackling that obstacle. Because it may be that you don't get to that thing that day, but actually that you have moved in that direction, and it actually says, do you know what, I've achieved so much because I've kept moving. When that thing came up, or when that thought came in my head that was reminding me of the time when, or whatever, that, do you know what, I didn't stay there, I kept moving. And of course, because you've made up your bed in the morning, if you don't have any other success milestones, that's okay, because you've already achieved plenty because you've made up your bed. And that's the way to move forward, because we need to be having those kind of conversations with ourselves that is really just encouraging ourselves to just keep pushing through to do what it is that we know that we are here to do. I came across this quote: plant the seed of intention and nourish it with your attention. You think about that you actually plant a seed, and then how it is you nourish it and get it to grow is about your intention, which means then that your focus is on the intention and not the distractions that, I'm convinced that are just sent to try and derail you, but perhaps more importantly, to ask you the question, are you serious? Are you serious? They're just checking in with you to check whether or not actually that you are serious about your intention for that moment or for that day. And I'm working in smaller chunks because, I work in smaller chunks, but the small chunks go together to make the bigger chunks. So so you can have an intention for your life, the intention for the rest of the year, for the decade, for whatever, but actually start with the small things, like making up your bed. Start with the small things, because then they come together and create the big things. So my question to you is, so have you made up your bed? And have you set your intention for today? Interesting. Okay, I want to say that I'm sending you love from my heart to yours.